Libra October today. Of course,
What's up, guys?
of course, you tuned in over, you were wide witness to the messery of Nick. Okay, that sounds horrible, but hey. Now, this won't be exactly the longest stream like ever. Now, it'll probably be a few minutes here or there. Clear the air out of a few things, test a few things here or there. Blah, 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 blah. And definitely will take questions a lot easier. And I am getting out of the Santa outfit because apparently I forgot to change the outfit. This is great. The season I hate is over, yet I'm still dressed for the season. Lovely. Well, ain't that a bitch? Okay, I wasn't trying to be crass, but I'm just saying. Really interesting timing.
If anybody's still watching, feel free to leave your questions.
Oh yeah, you can almost consider this almost basically similar to a Q&A.
Almost. Spirit of Whisperers. Huh.
Spirits of Whispers. I need some spirits. Somebody save me. Oh, by the way, the great Libra here finally decided to meme me.
It was good.
It's good. Are you kidding me? That thing's great. It's legendary. It's the last I have been memed. The last one we did
I basically put him as one of the most powerful Fist of the North Star men in the anime. Well, one of the second most powerful. Or wait, is he the second? Wait, well he's the first of the protectors of the Emperor, which by the way is somehow a female. It's a girl that's an Emperor.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke. Japan's not discriminatory.
It's because it's in the 90s, early 2000s. I think
It's like an 80s show.
I don't think they cared what they called females back then. Emperor, Empress, they didn't care.
Emperors,
like,
emperors, they were anything.
And basically Falco, all he has to do is like shoot this like radiating beam at you, and you're dead. You like just get destroyed.
But that was hilarious. You found the picture of Sherry. No, it wasn't Heather getting smacked by a train. I was like, wow, you actually did it. You found one.
I remembered a clip from Silent Hill 3 because I actually played the game on PlayStation 2.
Oh, the good version.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't speak of the remakes.
You mean the frickin' sinful thing Konami did with the HD?
Yeah, I remember that. It was fairly horrifying.
Oh, she doesn't sell the dragon fruit.
I would recommend, you want to see a thing that will make you laugh your ass off so hard? And yes, I'm going to be crass just a little bit, nowhere near as crass as our former guest, who was an asshole. Which was out of line, and sorry for any of you who got offended. There you go. Said it once, knowing to say it again.
I just think he just went too extreme. That's my only opinion on it.
Yep. Well, the reason I'm mainly making this one is to basically clear any remaining air and also to relax a little bit. Because guess what? It's God Eater. I don't have to think. Like in the other one, I just go to a monster, slice, slice dice.
This game I'm sadly gonna have to think because it's on Nightmare mode, so I have to play it as Dark Souls.
Oh gosh. What are you fighting right now? You said you were fighting like a panda or something earlier.
I was fighting what looked like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. It was something mundane like that. Stupid. That was aggravating you. Which totally makes sense.
Oh, you mean the thing from Trails of Gold Steel?
No, it was today, like earlier, just like a few minutes ago. Uh,
Yeah, that was the dinosaur fight.
yeah, you're just like stupid.
I know, it's because he's annoying and like he takes like almost half, no, I think it's half of your health already, like 50% health, and like he kills you in like 2-3 hits.
The 1-2 hit trick.
Falcom really didn't want to make this easy for me to get a better ending. They're just like, nah, fuck it, you better learn to get good. You better get good, boy.
Yeah, they're like, you're gonna need to learn and learn quick.
I'm hoping the payoff's worth because I want to see what happens to Donna. I want to see a better outcome for her.
Those spoilers persistent. Let's just say, Falcom likes
No
it's
spoilers.
all roads lead to Rome. Hey, Jordan Dog 93, how you doing? I believe that's if you enjoyed this thing, do subscribe, blah 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 blah. As the usual goes. Feel free to ask any questions down below. Anime, whatchamacallit. This is just relaxing after a small stressful thing earlier. Relaxing. I'm willing to take any questions.
Yeah, feel free to leave your questions. Essence fragment.
You sense a disturbance in whatever you're having to play? That's hilarious. How many times?
Actually,
How many
actually,
times?
I think I know who Jordan Dog is. I think he's even subscribed to me, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, this is Libra October on the other end, Jordan. If you have any live actual questions you want to ask him, you can go ahead and ask me, and I'll tell him that through the stream.
Yeah, leave a question for either me or Matterv or Kiyama. I don't mind.
Feel free to answer anything. So long as it doesn't say anything too severe, but...
Yeah. Oh, come on, get up. Stupid dinosaur roar.
That's what dinosaurs do. They roar, they growl, they tear stuff up. Didn't you watch Jurassic Park?
I know that, but why do the roars have to fucking stun me on the ground? There we go. I got
didn't mean to completely trigger you. I understand the pain of that part. If it's like doing that.
No, you didn't trigger me. These stupid enemies, they pissed me off.
I know, they're on hard mode. It's like something that you're just like, that stupid tiny skill is annoying. That T-Rex must be really annoying. Or...
The primordials are basically dinosaurs.
Wasn't it bad enough that yesterday you were fighting crabs? Not those crabs, chat.
Crabs.
Not those crabs. The different crabs.
We're just gonna say delicacy crabs you can eat.
Yes.
Hanging with kids really makes you feel young again. This could work. Interesting. My technique's gotten even more.
I like the nice vibrant colors on my new TV. I can tell they stand out. I didn't notice that on my smaller inch TV, now I do.
Oh, what size did you get for Christmas?
It's a 43 inch. It's way bigger than my TV. The TV was way smaller compared to my 43 inch, and it was only a 1080p. This is a 4K TV.
You know, I'm not sure if mine goes to 4K, the one I got. Pretty sure it's got something on it. I don't really bother to read the specs, it's just a TV. HDMI, this does.
I think even on 4K you can tell, because even at 1080p at 720p, you notice that the image quality is sharper.
Yeah, at 720p resolution. Huh. That might be outdated. But my other monitor one. Hold on, that's the other side. Yeah. My other monitor, the one I have beside it, which is like the Shiki, runs at 1080. Or the picture's 1080. So like I have a 1080 in this 7 thing, and there's not that much of a difference really. Other than this picture's very much sharper.
No, don't get us wrong, Chad. We're not like super graphics horrors like the PC bad apples. Or
No.
1400p.
16 times the detail over this. No, we're just talking about the clarity of the picture. I don't care if it moves 50 frames per second. If
Oh, don't say that. You're gonna be called a peasant.
Well, economically right now, Libra, technically I do feel like a peasant. That's why I make the joke on myself. Even on
No, the
the
PC guys call you a peasant not because of your money situation, because they...
what you think of,
are-
I know, and I take it in stride and joke with it. It's a little bit different between me and you, I think, is to me, certain insults are funny. Because I've been
No,
called
I don't feel offended at all, but I'm just saying according to their logic.
And I'm looking at them like, do you know, kind of like peasants right now have it pretty good? You get free food, like that. I mean,
I'm gonna laugh when this situation going on finally hits the rich, and they're like, "Oh crap, I don't have the money resources to get food because everybody is just like Mad Max now. What do I do?"
that's what's happening in New York. I was trying to get that on there across to Nick, and now New York's falling apart. Rats are eating pigeons. Squirrels are attacking people. And I don't know about you, but squirrels have rabies.
Yes, they do.
And rabies is pretty dangerous.
If you're going off the grid and you get hit by rabies, you're finished. You're finished.
Yeah,
Just say goodbye.
You're dead. That's why I even bring up in that small video, like I said, Wake Up Reality Land is basically, you know, hey, things are, you know, all it goes with the trust of money, you know. I think the analogy with the money I gave is heads on, how people don't realize how the dollar works. It's not mainly the currency of it. You know, it's more of the faith you have in it. The mundane example I gave was, okay, this buck I give you, okay, I'll give you a drink. I hope I can get another drink with this drink. Well, what would you do if you can't
actually,
do that?
I actually have quite a bit of copper, and I know the pennies can be melted into something.
No, copper's a useful metal. The reason I said look into copper is because copper is a very useful conduit.
You can melt it into stuff. I know you can because I literally seen videos that you can melt copper into something.
Yep.
Useful.
Yep.
Heck, you can even melt a penny. You can use pennies.
Now, we're not saying go out and deface multiple things with money. No, I just pointed that out was...
Well, money's going to be useless if, you know, we can
Not
go
the
with
physical, not the, metal ones. Because you can still use that shit. You know how much you can get if you melt a quarter down? Just, like, from mineral and metal type alone, what you can make out of that? Yeah, like a small bullet.
Mains, charity, chamber, razors.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I do agree.
Hell, I'm pretty sure your Canadian money's got a lot more usefulness than the American. When I mean that, I mean the metal ones, you know, in your coins.
Well, yeah, I mean, because we have pennies, and pennies can actually be, you know...
No, you have that one that's like, got metal and copper in it.
I believe that's the penny, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong.
What was the dollar?
Oh, well, yeah, it might be. Huh. I like how they call some of the enemies, they're named after insects, but they give it a unique spelling, like centipede is centipede.
That would be the localizationers. And I've talked about localization, you know, like when we were talking about the RPG's translations. Localizationers are also a big part on how you, what will be said and stuff in it. The prime example of a good localization is, I know you love Final Fantasy X, and I don't know if I've said this on stream or not, I probably brought it up in passing. Did you know the ending with Yuna confessing to Tidus? Spoilers for over a 20-year-old game. No, quite literally, it is about 20 years old about this year.
She says thank you in Japanese.
In Japanese, it's daisuki. It's no, it's like I can tell you, it's whatever. It's thank you in Japanese, but the localizationers in America are like no, wait, that has
It's
to
I
be,
love you.
It has to be I love you in English because
That was great. Honestly, that makes sense because Yuna, I think she was falling for Tidus.
it was, but you see the context in Japanese, the way they would mean it, that's the same thing to them, but they were going to like literally word for word translate it like that, you know what I mean? And they're like, no, Americans, not that we're stupid, they won't get the context of how, you know what I mean, your culture's different, how the way she's saying thank you can mean this. You need to say I love you in an American way, or, you know what I mean, in the West. It'll be a lot easier.
That was a great move.
And they fought to change localizations. Most of the time, localizationers, nowadays they have free reign, but back then, companies had a lot of say on the translation. Ted Woolsey goes on in detail about how much trouble he had with translations before, but that's just a prime example of a translator fighting with the main company that's like, hey. And let's not even forget, Janice Arnold Center, voice, I can't think who voiced Yuna. Voicing that scene nailed it.
Mm-hmm. I will always go back to Final Fantasy X, and I hope we get a Final Fantasy IV remaster. That would so be good right now.
What do you mean a Final Fantasy? Oh, 4!
Console version.
You want a
Console
Final Fantasy 4 remaster? I gotcha. Yeah, they've only got that 3D sprite-ish one that they made for DS. I bet you didn't notice. They were working their way up to 6. Because if you look at how they did it on the DS, they had already done FF3, they had worked on FF4, and then they were going to go to FF5 and FF6.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were going to do just like the polishing up and cleaning up of like 7 that we have now, you know what I mean? 8, 9.
I love 4. I wish they give us a remaster on the consoles. I would still buy it.
Or port it to the Switch.
That'd be even better.
Just port the Steam version to the Switch.
Because the music, oh my gosh, the music, just the Elemental 4 theme, I got it on my MP3.
I was about to say, do you not have a copy of the CD? I think I have a copy of the CD on a thumb drive.
I just take the video game music and I go to a YouTube MP3 converter.
Mm-hmm. But like I've converted, I've got like albums of them.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about, you know, taking video game music because they're old and that's a different kind of music.
Where's Lulu?
It looks like Lulu's signal has disappeared. She's not responding to calls either. What's going on?
Was that your stomach or was there hearing things?
That's probably this drink that's snapping as I...
What? Is this a joke? Where's the humanoid origami? Would you really rather send your precious vessel to vanish in the ash?
Let me negotiate.
There's no room for any more negotiation.
By the way, I'm getting my neighbor to give me some alcohol
Just like
tomorrow.
the rest of us. You're willing to be a disposable pawn, eh?
Screw it, I'll get buzzed, I don't care.
She's ready to go into
I'll
a
take my
fight
mind
she
off
can't
it.
win. I don't care. Do what you have to do and make sure that their vessel is sunk. Got that?
Collapse cliff. I got the manpower for it.
It's worth noting, chat. They were basically God Eater 3 was the prototype to that they were working on to make Code Vein.
Mm-hmm.
You're willing to die, right? With that mindset, why not do it for Baron then?
I won't. The crew on the Chrysanthemum, they were the very first to treat me like a real person. Those people are my friends. I will fight for their sake until my very last drop of blood.
It's also worth noting the God Eater saying this is extremely screwed.
You know
Light
what it's
bone.
like to be human, Lulu.
I got so many of those at this point, it's not even funny. There's a trophy you can get for having 888 stock of one particular item. That's gonna be funny when I get it.
Do your ears
If I do get it.
I told you to crush her. That crawling little cockroach. Shut up.
Ouch.
I said shut up. Bastard. Who do you think you are?
Kide.
This is a test of strength with everything on the line. Do not interfere. What did you say? Lulu, your sword skill is impressive. You've grown quite strong, haven't you?
Master.
Idiot. You ages are nothing but cockroaches. Die here together. Fire. That's taken care of. What a waste of time. What?
Master. Why?
You damn vermin! Shoot! Turn them to ash!
Hello there. Hi. Sorry to be the bringer of bad news, but your guns are under our control. Zeke, seriously, I told you to stop spreading that info. What's your problem? Heroes like us are supposed to have...
Oh, what's up? I had to mute for a second.
No, I got you. Oh, actually, I went the wrong way. I did go the wrong way.
Now, die!
This map is confusing sometimes.
It's you.
I'm trying to get to the area where it's blocked off because I have enough people to get the debris out of the way.
Let go
Collapse
of me.
cliff.
Your actions are in clear violation of Ashland navigation law. If I were you, I'd prepare for the worst.
What's that? You talk big for an age worm. A lawyer! Give me a lawyer!
Dude, the lawyers are gonna help you in this setting.
But I don't think any will actually come out to the Ashlands.
It's over, huh?
What do you plan to do now?
Return to where I belong. That's all. There's no place for you in Baron anymore.
By the way, I got a stupid comment on one of my old videos on Sony on why I'm not buying a PS5 because of Sony censorship. And basically, this comment was like, "Oh, are you really gonna skip a console over some petty political things like that?"
I'm sorry that you had to get
And I'm
mixed up
like,
in all this.
dude, it's an opinion, and everybody not
Is
not just me
entitled to
feels
their
it.
own opinion.
What you're sorry for
Yeah,
is
I did that,
someone
and I
else
said,
not
no,
telling us.
I'm not the only one who feels this way, because like,
No matter what the
what
danger,
people
we
don't
face it
understand is
together.
censorship affects the gaming
That's how it is,
scene.
my friends,
It does.
Right?
I don't know why people can't get this through their thick skull, how much it affects the gaming industry.
Welcome home,
The prime example I can give you is, what if the Mona Lisa, which everyone considers to be a masterpiece, I walked up and squiggled a little mustache on her, and everyone said that's okay. That was really rude, but I can't think of a... I do not like the Mona Lisa in my chat. I hate that painting. So
No, I got your message, like, cause it's really stupid. Like,
Yeah.
why should I have to like skip out on certain games because you know Sony thinks that showing
Exactly.
some Japanese girl's skin is bad?
The example
Well,
of
I can't even call
the
them
argument I use
girls.
is because video games are considered art, they're transformative art. It's all used an actual piece of art. How do you think people would react if people all of a sudden started putting, if the Mona Lisa just had a mustache put on her?
Did it this time, didn't
Oh, people would be furious.
But and everyone has to go, oh, it's okay. She has to have a mustache on her. See, she looked very masculine anyway.
the Baron Captain was arrested under Ashland navigation. We handed him over to Gleikner.
We just made her look a little more masculine.
At the same time, their vessel sent out
I'm starting to wonder if that guy in the comments section, he's probably one of these Last of Us 2 fanboys or somebody that's like, is okay with woke culture. I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
to keeping such information.
It's not a big deal. Well, when is it a big deal, you shithead?
I'm short, and in the end, Baron hasn't. That means we'll be setting out for.
How would you like if your opinion suddenly got totally censored on the internet? You would care then.
That's enough of a tongue
You'd be
lashing.
complaining.
Be sure to talk to me before.
Oh, why is my voice not being censored all of a sudden? I can't say what I want.
Is about to begin.
Well, it's like, and you were coming at me for complaining about stuff being censored in games, so you're come crying to me now, hypocrite?
But yeah,
I guarantee you that's gonna happen.
the best one I give you is the literally, I don't, gosh. You know, people going, how? Well, I'm just censoring your art just a little bit. Well, what if I censored put a mustache on the Mona Lisa? And says she not woman, she needs to be more manly.
I'm tired of this stupidity. Like, can you use some common sense instead of just leaving an argument or a comment like me? That like come with actual civilized comment and stop being like narcissistic about it. Thank you. Because that's what this guy was being.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's kind of, well, it's not funny to me. It's not funny, but it is to a degree when you sit and think of, when you compare all the pieces of actual art that you can go, well, what would you do if somebody did this to it?
The problem is, Keo, people don't care until it affects them, and I really hate that mentality. It's like, you should start caring. It's gonna affect you too. Don't say it won't.
Did you not see how badly I went off on majority of people, on normies, on the, not the Doom review, but the other one?
I believe I know what you're talking about.
How I said you need to stop having your head buried in the sand. And look at reality. Reality sucks.
I guarantee you that this guy that was arguing with me, if we threw him outside with barely any food, he'd probably be crying, whining and crying and begging me to give him some food or water.
What would you think of the analogy I used with if everything economic-wise kind of went down with the water bottle analogy?
Oh, that was great.
Because think about it. If it comes down to that point, you're gonna have somebody that's gonna be, you're gonna have a semi-bartering system, and it'll be like, oh, I'm so thirsty, can I have the water? What you got for me? Oh, I've got knowledge on this. That's not beneficial. I walk up, I need some water. What you got for me? I got the second water bottle. I'll give you the second empty water bottle if you'll give me, so let me fill my water bottle up with water.
No, that was great, Kioma. I'm glad you did a real video like that, and maybe I'll still make the video, but you kind of beat me to the punch, which is fine. I mean, if
Oh,
friends
I
beat you
think
to the punch on the
I
video,
nailed way more points than ever because I stepped into like a hot frog in a hot bowl pot because I knew I was going to crush a lot, make a lot of people probably angry when I said, "We are not gods. We are humans. We're squishy."
No, I liked when you said we all have an expiration date, which we do.
Yep. And I was like, and I even was like, people die. That's a fact. We can't just hide and bury our head and say it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
It won't be okay. It's called action and effect.
Causality effect.
Or that.
What goes up must come down.
Yeah, everybody can't be just like panicky and just stay in the corner and just like be that all their life. That's not how we were meant to be created. We're supposed to be actually, you know, stand up and, you know, say, okay, that's enough. This is messed up. Blah 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 blah.
Which I pointed out in an actual thing involving oath breakers. And I'm not going to go into what, if you know what an oath breaker is, yeah.
Doesn't it say in the Bible not to swear an oath?
No. Oath breakers here in the States, when I mean that,
Like, I'll just say this: the Word of God does have some good points. Now, do some of the points kind of sound kind of like questionable? Yes.
No, let me rephrase that. I had to read this thing on the stream real quick. That they were saying real quick. That's why I paused real quick. Oathbreaker is by police standards is like by swearing to the Constitution.
Oh.
So
okay,
by violating your
about.
constitutional rights and upholding what you were sworn to protect or any of the others, that's an oathbreaker. Those are the police that are in general that just are assholes. Well, I'm just gonna plainly say it. Are that if we're thrown in a boiling pot, everyone would just look the other way because they'd be better off. They're the police that usually are, like I said, not, and I've even said this to many people, like, not all police are horrible people. Like, I don't know who decided to stick that dogma in people's head. Another thing, people...
Protect and serve doesn't mean anything anymore, apparently.
Well, actually, believe it or not, all the good cops have already left. The ones that swore their oaths to the constitutions. The ones that you mainly see nowadays are the oath breakers. And I'm very... And I imagine I'm being very specific on that. Because, not because of I'm trying to avoid eggshells or anything, no. It's because there's a massive difference. There's a difference between I'm only following orders, and I was only following orders, and doing the right thing.
I'm getting tired of the excuse of, oh, we're just following orders. Yeah, and
look at everything that tell that to many people that were in World War II. I'm pretty sure many Jewish people would tell you plenty of stories about that kind of crap.
People just need to wise up nowadays and just grow background. What's so hard about that?
Honestly, I wonder that a lot, but you really may never know.
And please respect an opinion, like it's just an opinion. It's not that deep.
Oh, it's always an opinionated opinion. Even the concept of police is an opinion. Because in a way, when you look at it, they can almost be considered, right now what you have with the Oathbreakers, they're basically mercenaries. I'm gonna be blunt. They are basically mercenaries. They follow the politicians. They no longer protect and serve. They're actually against that.
Intelligence says the area is dangerous. Please
Quite frankly, here in the States, I'm looking forward to the 6th.
go.
See what happens.
Perfect job for us.
I mean, I'm no big red person, but I already know how bad things are in different areas of the States. I just told you, in New York City, they have squirrel problems. You just told me how easy it is to get, how bad squirrels are infected with rabies. And that rats are eating pigeons. Yes! Because not, this is the thing people don't get. You need an economy and job things to go, because why are the rats eating pigeons? There are no more dumpsters full of excess trash that the rats eat.
Mm-hmm.
So what are they gonna eat? There's another thing people aren't... Oh, hey Jordan. There's another thing people aren't thinking of is we're gonna have a food shortage. I can tell you that right damn now. You wanna know why? I'm in the country. I'm a country person. And when the food stop jams up, yeah, it's not gonna be pretty. So when we're in for a dark winter, that wasn't it. That was the dumbest thing to say because it's actually kind of true, but not in the way he thought it was going to be. Ain't because no corona. No, it's because of human stupidity. To quote that one Chinese general, go figure, some people's Chinese, the best weapon in military warfare is fear. The best weapon of control in military warfare is fear. What's going on now that causes everybody to get in a ruckus that's been causing massive problems? It's called a bug. Or a virus, yeah. Do you know how much of a massive mess, economic-wise, that's been messing around with people? Oh my god. I actually hate it. To a degree, because it's messed up. Hey Bull Run, what's up?
What's up, Bull Run?
It's messed up with a lot of economics, because it's got a lot of problems. Now I was on like talking about which parts of the thing. Yes, by economic problems, like it's caused massive jamming, because we need certain things open for money to flow. If everything's shut down, it causes no flowing. It's just friction, friction, friction.
It's like if gravity suddenly stopped being a thing on the Earth. You know how devastating that would be?
It might be fun for a few people, cynical people like me, seeing certain people you don't like float off in the air.
Oh, by the way, Cam, I'm gonna have to take a hiatus for a little bit.
Huh?
I'll be right back.
Oh, I thought you meant an actual hiatus. You're just bouncing for a minute. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Alright. How you doing, Boron? Ah. It's always funny how this one specific theme pops up every time this monster pops up. And I hate its attack patterns. But yeah, if everything remains shut down, everything it will cause like a clog up of a reaction economic-wise, which will not be pretty. It's been a while since I streamed God Eater anyway. We're doing a lot of Warhammer lately. Also worth noting, I think the Raw has like one of the biggest, highest health bars. Yeah, the burst mode thing in this kind of can get kind of broken.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back, Libra? Yeah, we're still streaming. I gotta make up for a little bit of lost time, and this mission is dragging, unlike the other one. I might need to upgrade my equipment. Oh crap, is it enraged? He's about to do that one technique I really hate. Huh? Oh no, Bullrun popped in to say hi a minute ago.
No, I
Jordan
mean, like,
Dog said lol when we were talking about Oathbreakers.
I know, but there hasn't been an actual question, which is fine. I mean, that's cool. I don't care. Whatever, I'm fine.
Well, do remember, it is the day before New Year's. Even stuff. I wouldn't expect the internet to be jam-packed with everything like night before New Year's or New Year's Eve. You know what I mean?
Well, was able to do your meme thing before the end of this year, so that's out of the way.
God, this year's been one giant meme. Both politically, literally, environmentally, and socially. And the memes have hit every demographic this year. I don't know, is that sad or not funny or something? Aha!
That developed as expected. We're getting stronger, right? If only every mission could be like this.
Does anybody remember a time when you could just walk outside and go for a walk and not have to worry and look over your shoulder?
Yeah.
You remember the time when I could just walk in a bank in a normal t-shirt with not wearing a mask and not have to worry about anything? Remember when if you wear a mask to a bank you were considered a robbery and now it's not normal? Sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it, my chat. I had to do it. I couldn't help myself. I mean, it was at the end of the 2020. I have to say some of those jokes. Remember if you wore like sunglasses and like, you know, the masks that we're wearing now, like the hospital ones, you just walked in, you really would be considered a robber, but now it's just normal. They won't even bother getting under the glove department unless you know you're in danger.
If it wasn't so cold, I probably would go for a walk, because exercise is essential apparently. So I can still do that at least.
Are you kidding me? Exercise isn't essential. You don't need it. We don't need gyms to help socialize humans. They're just a waste of our taxpayers' money. Sorry, that was my cynicism speaking.
It's fine, Kia. We're like I said to you, my mental state has been just nothing but terrible this entire year.
I hated it.
The only thing that's keeping me stable is you. Talking to you, John.
You, John, and me, yeah. I mean, literally, I feel like I'm stuck in an echo chamber some days. I just want to, like, can I strangle you all? Although I did point out something to somebody and it scared the piss out of them, and it should have. And I hope I don't traumatize anybody watching in chat. If there's any people in chat right now, just say, just type a weird number or something. Before I drop the pipe bomb.
Must be cautious. The ash is quite dense
Oh, wait a minute. We know how YouTube is with those responses. They like to lag. We found that out earlier today. And that's right, we lost Alex Trebek this year. Damn! We even lost good celebrities like Alex Trebek. Ah, yes. Jemperor. Add him into the chat. The PlayStation chat from your end, would you?
Oh, okay.
Only him. I will kick out Nick if need be. Jesus effing. No. That was the pipe bomb I was gonna drop. What did I say? Precursor to the pipe bomb. Curse you, Emperor! What was it before the precursors of the pipe bomb dropping? Libra?
The precursor?
What did I say to wait for a minute before I drop the $1 million question that nobody's gonna like? What was I? What did I say? That would give people a minute for? I'm busy doing something job related. Huh? I know what you're talking about now. What was it? Oh yeah, something scary on reality wise. I remember now. See, even I have blank out moments of my stupidity. My stupidity knows no bounds. Let me ask you something, Libra. Does your Walmart or grocery store have a line like, you know, like they only allow certain people in? Not certain people, a certain amount of people.
we basically can only have like up to 5 people go in a grocery store now, or any store.
And like your big stores, there's a limit there too, isn't there?
Yes.
What does that sound like? Do you remember when it first happened? A lot of people were angry.
It's insane.
No, do you remember when that first appeared? A lot of people were angry. Like, what do you mean? We can only 5 of us can be in the gas station?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you something. What does that whole limitation thing sound like in a building? I'll give you a minute to answer that question, because it's going to scare the piss out of you too, because I've said this to 30 people and they both nearly shat a brick. Why am I talking like a Brit? I swear I knew too many Brits.
Let's just say it's something we don't want.
Oh, so you haven't figured the answer. You haven't come up with a guess yet, right?
No. I really don't think about that.
A food assembly line.
Oh yeah, I remember.
A rations line. Remember in Last of Us 2? I mean, Last of Us? I'm sorry, I said Last of Us 2. I said Last of Us. How they have the ration cards and only 5 people can have rations per day. What if we went?
I remember that.
Didn't I mention how there might be food shortage and, you know, what if you implemented all this stuff way earlier as a precaution to that? If you were smart, slowly introduce the concept of how, oh well, the people can only have this many people in the store. By the way, we can't let you buy too many of this specific item to hoard it.
Sounds about right. Oh,
Does
you
that,
gotta be kidding me. I'll be back. Oh.
That sounds an awful lot like a an assembly waiting line. I know it's very hurt. What's the topic now? Yeah, we'll have yeah, the heretics would be Nick for one of them that was nailing me like over there. We'll not have guesting Nick again. That's one. Emperor. Nick nearly brought me insane for a non-good way. But other than purging, oh, today's topic was everything in statewise and asking a few context of that. Slightly political and slightly not. For example, I just pointed out how It's awful convenient how our Walmarts and CVS's are starting to become like our food assembly waiting line. No, I mean, really think about it. It was very subtle at first.
Mission successful.
If you have a shortage of something,
All according to plan.
you know ahead of time you might have one. Why not implement precautions to slowly indoctrinate people?
Great work today.
It's incredibly insidious and scary at the same time if you literally were to know how to pull it off. Oh, and don't even get me started with banks and loans. Hello, elemental hero. I see you have arrived. Talking about minor stuff, political stuff, all sorts of stuff here, there, Reality land versus people who think Sunshine and Unicorn Land, all sorts of stuff is my topics today. It's basically me just chilling. Although I do have a review of Doom, which is quite funny.
My poor stomach.
Oh, don't you know in that one place they charge you up, like John was saying, they charge you like crazy just to use the bathroom. Could you imagine having to pay $5 just to take a if you have to run because of your stomach?
Oh, something didn't agree with my stomach. Oh,
What was that food you went off stream to eat? Probably.
I don't know, it was something, man. Oh,
Well, did your result? You need to pop.
I literally had to.
No, I mean, no, it's something, John.
Why is he
John,
not coming in this chat?
he's busy. He has to do some small minor menial work before he can pop back on.
Oh, okay.
He said he was going to put it off for later.
Sadly, the memes hit me in my stomach.
You mean it wasn't the train? You
No.
made the train hit me in the meme. Elemental, take out that
No, it
video.
wasn't the train. It was something that my stomach didn't agree with, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put you through hell right now. Like,
China.
oh no,
Got
don't.
you.
Something to do with that.
The Chinese have come in. I need to. Oh man, I would so love one right now. You know, I think that's one thing. The only way you might get a little bit of love, Biden, just a little bit from the American people who all hate your guts anyway, is if you legalize pot everywhere. All 50 states, pot is legalized to distribute and sell. Anybody with a pot crime, you're expunged. You're let go. Could you imagine? And all pots it can be sold in all your Walmarts and all your drugstore, your gas stations. I'm sorry, Sleepy Joe. That's the only way you might even get some love from some people, and that'd be a lot of potheads. The Emperor would be jumping up and down if he could just walk into a CBS and just pick up as much pot as he wants.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh man.
Tell me, Emperor, would you not agree if Sleepy Joe did that? Would you be happy if he made it so you could just walk into your local gas station and there's your big old 12-pack of weeds, and when you buy it you get a free roll of Cheetos?
Roll Cheetos.
You get free Cheetos with it because you're gonna get the munchies. I know that sounds biased, or you know what I mean in general, but it's the truth. No, 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 no. After that. Emperor, after that. You come on, you admit it. Everybody in this chat will be running to their local store. And that, well, the economics from that would be huge for some people. I'm not going to get into economics in general. That's an entirely different thing I know way too much about. That honestly, sometimes I wish I didn't. Oh, shut it! You know for a fact I don't like the fact that they put that ad on my... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5... Oh no, Bull Run! What cult did you find? That can't ever be good. If Bull Run's gone sniffing around and found a cult, it can't be good, man. We're all gonna die, man! We're all gonna die!
By the way, I got a message from Sniggle Lover saying he's still cool with us, so we're good.
Oh, that's good. I'm a little worried. Bull Run says he found a cult. A new age spiritualist cultist that thinks thoughts have powers and thoughts don't. Wait, as in thoughts like e-thoughts? You mean e-thoughts have powers now? Oh god, we need to run. All men must run if e-thoughts have powers. Or do you mean like thinking thoughts? Men, find your emergency bunkers if the e-thoughts have powers. And grab all decent women that are not thoughts. That sounds horrible, I know, but... Oh my god, really? That's kind of a little bit over the top, wouldn't you say, Emperor? Law of attraction. So is this the cult that believes if I think my Kool-Aid is let me see here, what's that Vaderade? I mean that Mountain Dew Voltage.
We have no clue.
My Kool-Aid will turn into Mountain Dew Voltage.
We just have to go through it, right?
Is that their spiritualist idea? Okay, I'm gonna stare at this Kool-Aid for a long time,
And take appropriate measures.
and maybe it'll turn into a Mountain Dew Voltage? How's that a power? It's called the placebo effect. Have you never heard of the fact that women who want children have tricked their bodies into being pregnant before? Oh, that's the thing. I just threw a pipe bomb, but yes. Your brain can do that to a degree to trick itself. That's what hallucinations when you're dry are for. No, Emperor. I may have received that, but I still haven't at least hit my mark or the mark where I have to suffer dream drop distance. Since you're getting so many things, why don't you just give me a box? It was since I bought my numbers up. Because then you'll see a grown man cry. I might have to go out and purchase a PSN camera while I play those games. I will weep on camera. Not for the story, but because of the pain. Okay, so a million people believes it's like I'm on the internet that my Kool-Aid is now an energy drink. A Mountain Dew Voltage. Okay, so I must be drinking Mountain Dew Voltage then. Here, let me see if this tastes like... Nope, still blueberry. Boron, you lied to me. You said if I used my power of thought, it would turn into Mountain Dew Voltage.
I think it was a metaphor.
No, there's supposed to be this cult religious following that can happen, and it's supposed to be an effect, but I guess it doesn't happen.
People believe in some crazy things, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, during times of pandemic and crisis, people would believe in a book. And yes, that was a slight jab, but still. People would believe that a rock is a heavenly creation, possibly. If people are that desperate. Because for some reason, we humans have to believe in something.
It's okay to believe something, but don't take your belief to like say, oh, this is my belief, you better believe it, or you know, something to that effect. Don't do that.
Wait, she's in the room, John? Okay. Why doesn't she read you several passages from Psalms? So you can be cleansed.
Ouch.
Nay, no, I walk in the valley of death, I shall fear no evil. At first, I don't want to die. It's called redoctrination, man.
Fear no evil, see no evil. Speak no
She's
evil.
already frustrated. Oh God. Do 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 do, China. China, the China, and their Book of Mahad. Or is it Book of Mao? Or is it Buddha, the big fat guy? Which I don't understand. Why do you worship a fat dude? This massively, overly fat dude. How do you worship that thing? Wait, if it's the law of attraction, wouldn't that mean like people are attracted to each other or something like that, possibly?
Hugo, moving to Meat Hound 1. Affirmative.
Uh-oh. John's spamming the monkeys and the anger emojis. I think I might have triggered him. Where's my lightning? If you're gonna zap me with lightning, zap me. All Revan's doing is using his brain. I understand the meaning, Bull Run. I was just cracking a joke at their logic.
Oh, thank goodness.
So does that mean if I find a buxom, sexy woman with a nice big bust, that's law of attraction? Oh, I agree with oh. Well, John, would it be okay if the first person I send to the warp be Schumer, Romney, Graham, and Pelosi? And that one Kentucky guy. And then the Emperor used them as fuel. I think all those people will count as like 50,000 fuels. That's exactly right. I will send those 6. Here's a question for you. At the start of apocalypse, what do you call 10 dead politicians in the water? Libra?
Oh, you're asking that question to me?
It's just a question in general. I just said, at the start of apocalypse, what do you call 10 dead politicians in the water?
I don't know.
A good fucking start.
Ah. Okay, I get where you're going with this.
The apocalypse, the first people we got rid of were either lawyers or politicians. Wait, if we purged our souls, does that mean we're going to be having, like, Purge? Like, you know, movie Purge? Because I got a lot of people I don't like right now, and a lot of people that don't like me.
I'll be back.
24 hours ain't enough to do that justice. Although Bullrun, apparently on the one where I said people should think for themselves, the Emperor thinks I look like a Chinese triad.
Infiltration confirmed. Use appropriate caution. Proceeding with mission. Engage class rented. Activation on standby.
Well, these are chainsaw dual-bladed, kind of the mall style. So, all these warped creatures are what politicians used to be, and I've often said the God Theater setting is a setting that would not be that bad if the Warhammer 40k came and glassed the planet. That would be a good thing for these people. I mean, you see how this, they live in an area where, like, if an asteroid comes up, it can, like, fry and kill you, like, pretty badly. So, yeah, glassing this planet would be a blessing for some of these people. Looks like a crazy fox. I don't like foxes. It's not my fault I didn't pay attention to the final few episodes of Naruto. Don't kill me. Well, I'm sorry, John. I don't have unlimited money. I'm a peasant. I make barely enough to get by anyway. Well, stun grenades don't work. Well, that sucks.
Engage time is up. Zeke, vitals dropping. Heal up quickly. Vitals at dangerous levels. Prioritize surviving above all else. Judgment was incorrect. Vitals at dangerous levels. Prioritize surviving above all else. Activate at will.
Ah.
Round one. Incapacitated. Requesting saved. Hugo, vitals are critical. Heal immediately. Engage is established.
It's a cat suit. Please stay away. I'm sorry. Not really. Because it says right there, QB.
Dangerous levels. Prioritize surviving above all else.
How can I tell it's almost finished?
Round one. In danger. Withdraw and regroup. I don't mean to cause you worry. Incapacitated.
Look, QB. I just don't destroy any more of the villages. Anime joke. Credits will do just fine. Yeah, we'll be reduced to a credit currency probably. Really? Did that food really do that much of a number on you, Libra?
Oh, something did.
What'd you eat?
Oh.
China? Sushi? Was it sushi? I just
ate some chicken potatoes and Brussels sprouts. That's all I ate today. For dinner. And that was for dinner.
Wait, you starved yourself? You know what? I'm not gonna.
No, I didn't starve myself. I had breakfast too. It's just, I don't know, something about my stomach sometimes. Oh.
Did you ever get the results back from that stupid nose test you had to take? Hey, I'm trying to avoid the name just to make you feel better,
I know.
okay?
It's negative, don't worry.
Oh, that's good. John, I will take the beef and the broccoli, but the sushi will not come. And that's a bento box. Speaking of bento, I might do a review on that old show. The show was hilarious.
Oh, there was a show called Bento.
The radio's on the fritz.
Yeah, they would basically fight over who gets the clearance bento.
Oh,
Gonna
jeez.
be okay? Doesn't this mess with normal god eaters like you?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's
However,
rough.
even accounting for bias factors specialized for the Ashlands, we can't linger for any longer than is strictly necessary.
Well then, we'll stay as long as we can.
Maybe the apple cider vinegar pills have some kind of negative effect to them. I don't know. Oh.
Well, that's not good. Look, it's the nobodies, but in mass.
Ages?
The Crimson Queen.
Long time no see, bro.
Man, this game is tough.
Is that you? Neil? What are you doing with the Crimson Queen?
Is this the little
Oh,
brother you were telling us
excuse me.
about? The one that went missing?
Just listen for a bit, okay?
If you've made it this far, then that means your mission is nearing its completion. Success is not far off. Congratulations. So, you're Werner? In the flesh. I am Werner Gatlin. I'm the founder and leader of the Crimson Queen.
And what business does the Crimson Queen have with us?
Probably for my main character.
Plan on hurting my comrades.
I don't want any violence. I'm here to talk. Hear me out for a moment.
In the middle of an ash storm?
What we've built here is a nation of ages. It is a place where we can live as human beings, free from the burdens of class and discrimination. Here, we have left the rot of the outside world behind, and we are building a land of principles. And going around setting off ash storms? Exactly what sort of principles are those? It is true, though regrettable, that some of our members could not overcome their desire for revenge against their former owners.
Oh yeah, I forgot basically they're masters versus slave society.
You should all understand, and who can blame them after being treated in the despicable way that ages are. You may hold me responsible for their actions, though I failed to stop them. I do not support what they did. Vengeance only breeds more vengeance.
Well, if you're a commander, you're supposed to shoot them.
Now, we have finally struggled free from the chains of fear. Now that we have a safe haven, there's no reason for conflict.
How is it that you can live out in the ash like that? Even ages can't stick it out long enough to live in it when the levels start getting this thick. It's because we have bias factor made from the humanoid origami cells. Thanks to its properties, we have near total resistance to the ash. From that bastard Inukai?
Yes, we did become concerned when this cover with Gleipnir was compromised, and we lost access to the supply. But now, we have what we need.
Oh, hell no.
We do not forgive those who have persecuted and continue to persecute ages, but neither do we seek their destruction. We simply wish to create a paradise for ourselves, one where we can make our homes and live out our lives in peace. A place where people can be born, live their lives, have their own children, and pass away. That
See you, Lost T.
Sorry, but I'm afraid you'll have to ask someone else. We have a job to do.
I'll watch G streams again sometime.
Curious to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with him?
Of course, you're a silent protagonist. But you do get to speak every now and then. That's the one thing, by the way.
Then we will wait until you can give us your answer. Fenrir HQ is further ahead. You shouldn't have much trouble reaching it. But beware of the infernal lord who sleeps there. I pray for your victory.
You realize that by holding us up, you just caused us to be... Oh gosh, yes, John. Yeah, we've been streaming way over time. But of course me, voluntarily, because I hated December.
It's really cold over here.
Or I'm gonna analyze that spew that guy was just spewing a bunch of hypocritical nonsense. One, you don't have to take accountability of your own men running rogue and basically setting up what were basically mini nukes that cause massive monsters to appear and just kill multiple people and destroy cities. You're not gonna take responsibility. I mean, if you are commander of this colony, if you knew they were eventually going to leave, the first thing you should have done as commander of thing is execute their ass. So they don't stain your image that you're trying to build. That man has drunk way too much of the cult Kool-Aid. I'm pretty sure it was blue. Because I think he wants to build some kind of possibly democracy, and that will fail. Just like a republic always falls.
Ow, son of a bitch.
Rome was not built in a day. Yeah, Rome fell pretty hard too. This sounds cynical as hell, what I've just been saying. I know it, but I can't help it. Some blew up in Canada? Huh? Oh, you're referring to streaming. I was like, John, don't scare me like that. What blew up in Canada that Libra hasn't told us about? Vancouver? Wait, Vancouver's part of Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was mistaking that for an American city. America!
What? How you fucking 1 KO my character sometimes? What the fuck? He's only level 43 for crying out loud.
What level are you at?
Level 40.
So you mean just because he's 3 levels higher than you, he can one-shot you?
Yeah, in some cases he can 1 or 2 shot my characters, which makes 0 sense.
Wow, that makes it more harder to swallow than when Elemental Hero lost TG 1 turn killed me. Which you were laughing maniacally at, Libra. Well, I think you were there for that one.
Trust me, I had to deal with 1 turn kills. They're not fun. Oh,
They're soul crushing.
I mean, I even had to deal with that in locals. It's like somebody got like four monsters within a turn. They wiped my board and then they're like, oh, GG, and I'm like, okay, GG, and I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, wow, really? So this is Yu-Gi-Oh now. Oh shit!
And this is how Liberty dies, with thunderous applause. And it was Jar Jar Binks in the prequels who did it. Who gave the speech. God.
Konami, what you need to do is hire play testers. That's what Magic does.
We just said that. You know how easy it would be? We would stop having so many overpowered meta decks. You get testers from the ages of the golden age, like literally phrase that. From the golden age, like the bronze age, when it first started, like me and like my age, all the way up to like basically elemental heroes age. You know what I mean? All who played the game up to that age, stick them in a room. You need about 30 people probably. And then they all just, in Konami, just give them every card available, print in English, and then say, here, figure out and ban which cards create the worst locks.
That'd be great, because then we wouldn't have to suffer with what we have now with, I bring at least 2 negates that have multiple negate counters, and you can't do shit unless he caught you over it.
Cough, cough, pendulums.
Oh, don't get me started on the pendulum decks. I hate them.
that happened to me. I was like, what is this monstrosity?
Pendulums could suck a dick.
Bullrun, I don't know what I should classify you as a Sith yet. Maybe I'll classify you as Malik.
What the fuck? Falcom, like, I'm sorry, this is imbalance. How's a level 43 killing my level 40 so easily?
Why don't you tell that to Breath of Fire? Breath of Fire traumatized me when it came to random encounters. And talk about no save points.
Ouch.
That was a game where a fly could kill you. A fly. A flower. The most basic monster you walk out of the town, it can kill you in one shot.
That's insane.
Like the first... That was the Breath of Fire for Nintendo in a nutshell. It was a nightmare. And I suffered that nightmare on the GBA when they ported them.
I think Falcom needs to balance their stuff for next game. Don't push it where you have to, like, the enemies at level 43 massively damage your level 40 characters. That makes zero sense.
I'm not the one who's wanting to push it instead of who's basically right now trying to get a platinum.
I'm getting it for a better ending. I didn't say I'm getting it for the platinum.
Well, you might as well be at that point. The only thing you're not doing is the fishing, because fishing's stupid. What is up with you? Ever since I've noticed that being in there a lot more games since Final Fantasy 15. Okay, I'm going to bash 15 hard.
John's here.
Oh crap! The Emperor has
Yeah. Should we tell him since it's?
I'm never having Nick as a guest again.
Why?
The guy is way too obnoxious for my taste. Not to mention, you basically almost got me shut down with some of the things you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's like dealing with me.
No. You're more reasonable.
No,
Nick
you're tamer, John. Trust me, he was saying some messed
I've been
up
hanging out.
things,
He's been my friend. He's been my first PlayStation.
Oh no.
Friend, so.
No, you can hang out whenever. Just I'm not gonna stream. You know what I mean? That's it.
Well then, if I ever, because now that I have Inquisitor Martyr, since you don't have the online, if I stream that with him to boost him up, I'll just be in the party chat with him.
That's fine. Just like let me know. The only thing I have to know is to avoid a party chat if we're with him. Okay?
Yeah.
I have nothing against the dude. It's just like I just can't get on a good wavelength with him. It's like we argued the whole damn time.
No, that's just that's the thing is he's not taking it as arguing. He takes it as we're all just fucking dicking around.
Yeah, well, it doesn't do good for kind of me and my field audience because I feel like I sometimes have importance at my standard. Although I won't blast you like Malik.
Because he assumes how the way me and him are, that's how I am with everyone else.
Oh God, the guy's more jaded than me.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I figured. I was like, damn, I didn't think somebody was gonna outmaneuver your human sense.
I think he does more than that, in my opinion. I mean, he literally said, "Fuck your career" and all that stuff. It's like, dude, come on.
What? I remember that. Oh, Bull Run, that's mean. No, there's no reason to go that far. John isn't the Chinese. He'd more likely side with the Japanese if this was a risk. And then Russia would conquer him, and then Russia and then Brazil would go with this, and China would be crushed by multi-republicans. By Republicans, I mean like one massive republic formed for conquering nations. Don't play me at risk. I'm really mean.
Now let me go back to playing Hitman and poisoning more people with sedatives.
You killed a person with a toddler in the room.
The toddler got the sedative. It wasn't my fault that the bitch was gonna feed a fucking 1-year-old cake.
Yeah, John, you can hang out with your friend, but I don't know if I'm gonna get into the party chat for streaming.
I think that's fine.
Now, he usually gets on at different times than you
Us
guys
anyway.
usually do, so
it was more.
Yeah.
This is more of I'm off early. I'm running into him. That's the problem.
yeah.
So just keep it up. I just think it's probably because I'm
And since
off.
me and him do the raids on Dying Light, I
Holy
told
crap!
him
The raids you were
we'll
pulling on
do-
Dying Light were insane.
I was saying, I said me and him, we'll be doing those, but that'll be just me and him in the party chat.
Yeah.
Inquisitor Marta would be the same thing, but then usually when I do my normal streams, he's not usually on when he works. By the time we usually stream at night, he's not on.
We're just saying because like,
No, Libra,
Keo
it's
had to
okay. It's
leave.
okay. We figured it out. Quit dragging it out.
All right.
It's already done. I just figured out what the problem was. The problem is I'm off when he's usually there. So we're basically like, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm employed differently, so my hours, like, I'll be here at like usually 3 o'clock or so, usually, John?
Yeah.
So by then, by the time you've met them, you've already run into them in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what's happened. Our paths are crossing at different times due to me being off. I swear, Prisker, if you screw with my life one more time, we're gonna have words. I'll find a way to protest up in Springfield. John, I bowed to you, but no one else. Wow, you have complete servitude by Bull Run, John.
Mm-hmm. I will now initiate 47. Order 47, Keo.
Yes, with the great assassin, Acolyte.
That means send in the hitman.
Yup. Didn't even Star Wars have hitmen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they weren't bounty hunters. I mean, just flat out hitmen. Wait, that's what Django was.
To a degree.
To a degree. He was a bounty hunter still, but I'm just saying.
Oh, wow. The first mission in Hitman 2 I have to do in Miami. I used to live there.
Why don't you tell us if they depict Miami correctly?
I will. I have to kill 2 people? Ain't this a bitch?
John, you're better than the world.
I want to put a face hugger on every heretic we've come across. Watch a chest burster pop out. And then, before it even gets a chance to evolve, have predators continue to blast them constantly. And then, for the fuck of it...
Emperor, I have an idea. Why don't I, since I have the Revan mentality and do a lot of mundane stuff, provide you with the list? So you can send the face huggers in like a package or something.
We'll send it in something like the Trojan horse.
Yeah. Walk right into the building where all they're all at, and then boom. First to be like, what are all these yellow marks on your body? Oh, I have these nasty little pus freckles.
You know what? I will leave them in a room with Hand Banana.
I have an idea. You know what better way?
Does anybody know who Hand Banana is?
If I recall right, it's a horror movie, isn't it?
No.
Okay, I need a little bit refresher because I'm going through genres in my head because Bull Run has been watching a lot of genres.
Look up Hand Banana on your phone.
I Am Banana?
Hand Banana.
Oh, was that from Sausage Party?
No.
Which, by the way, that is a movie you should see very intoxicated.
Oh, trust me.
You need to know.
When you click on Hand Banana, it's gonna be the first one.
Even Jeremy Johns, with how he rates his movie, he went to go see that movie in theaters drunk, and he's like, I can't look at it sober. It was too enjoyable. He's like, and normally, the rating he gives, I heard it. The rating he says, go see it when you're drunk is like a bad rating, but he's like, no, this is a good rating this once.
And you know what's funny? They're telling everybody, the Lucasfilm's been telling everybody that they agree that there's gonna be a traumatic event that leads up to Luke ending up how he was. Okay? His masters went into exile, would he not do the same thing?
Oh, that's true.
So to speak, Obi-Wan and Yoda were his masters.
Bull Run's saying this is Sparta, this is John Nation instead, this is Sparta. I'm sorry, the Spartans are a little bit more brutal. Do you not see Kratos, man?
Oh yeah, guess who's playing Kratos?
Same dude?
No, in a live-action movie.
Oh, I was about to say, if we're talking voicing, if they change him, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's Gerard Butler.
Wait, didn't they change him already?
No. Gerard Butler, the guy that plays Leonidas from 300, is playing Kratos.
Oh yeah, he'd do a good Kratos. Especially with that yell.
He's a Spartan.
I know. I mean, he'd do a good Kratos in anyway. He already nailed a good Spartan in 300. When he kicked the dude in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sparta, and he kicks that guy in the pit. I laughed so hard.
I want to hear him say. I want to hear him scream Zeus like that. But it depends. Are they going by the first? They said the rumor is they want to go by either the first game or they want to do the prequel as the start.
The prequel would work better. Like,
you doing Ascension first?
Yeah, where he's still human. Weren't you still human in Ascension, or has you already been the ghost?
No, it's when he's just broken his deal with Ares. This is before he kills Ares. He's leading up to gaining strength to challenge Ares.
Yeah, that's like with Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus to a degree. But I was referring to Ascension, like, it needs to be before he gets when he makes the deal with Ares. That's when I think it needs to take place. The
I don't know why people didn't like that one. I liked that one a lot. That's one of my favorite God of War games. Plus, the multiplayer is very underrated. It was actually fun as fuck to play as your own superpowered god.
Here's the one thing.
God of War Ghost of Sparta.
I'm going to say this right now, and it's going to sound like blasphemy to all God of War fans. I kind of agree with John. I wasn't the biggest on the story, but I do know the multiplayer was fun as hell. I don't care about...
No, I liked the story. I liked that it was simple. It wasn't that complex. I could tell that it was probably...
rushed.
No, it actually came out, they had no plans to go to do the next God of War. So, they did it to where they made a game where, and then you notice how they released the collection after that. They came with all of them. They were trying to probably get new people into it by releasing Ascension, giving them an easy way to go right into God of War 1, 2, and all of them. Because then all the dots start to connect.
Bull Run? If they should have Destiny, you're about asking for like Mass Effect to become a movie, which will be a dumpster fire. But you want to hear something more blasphemous? This is going to sound really blasphemous. I think the TV show format would do well for a video game movie. No, seriously.
I'm giving Resident Evil this chance.
But look what they're doing with the Resident Evil to a degree, you know what I mean? It's not a movie, it's a, like, you know, a seasonal show. They're gonna split it up into segments. Isn't that right?
This is a movie coming out.
I thought it was, but imagine, okay, if you took Resident Evil 2 and turned it into a TV show, one season show.
That would work.
Yeah, one game and turn it into a one season show. Each game should be like one season. Kind of like the Castlevania trick. But the Castlevania trick literally was because the first season was a pilot, basically. And they covered a lot because that was basically like the first level of the game.
And they had to fill in a lot of stuff that the Nintendo game didn't.
Yep, all the stuff that was in like the books and stuff they put in there.
What is a man? It is nothing but a pile of secrets.
Huh?
Dracula quote.
I hope every few seasons, I hope Trevor's story has to come to an end because the show has to continue to do Richter. People want to see Richter, they want to see Simon. So
I want to see I want the
Symphony of the Night should be its own season with Alucard.
I want
or a special.
Here's what I want. Since Hector's already in there, I want Lament of Innocence to be when Trevor Belmont dies.
You know how this would work? Those would work. They should do those as movie specials in between seasons.
But
like
that will be the one how you end Trevor's story. He's already
just
split.
Just do it like a 100-minute episode.
Yep, 100-minute of Innocence of Lament. Bam. It's the one where he plays Hector, which I remember a lot of people like, who is this dude? I'm like, that's Hector. And they're like, I don't know who actors is. I was like, let me explain Castlevania lore.
They were working on a live-action movie, and it was another movie they took away from George Romero. I'm like, clearly the man knew what he was doing with video game movies. If he had a good script for Resident Evil.
Do I want to say how bad I feel for George Romero, how many times he's gotten screwed over by Hollywood? But when he makes a film, it's usually good. Like, who did Pulp Fiction, Incredible 7, that guy? Do you know who I'm talking about? Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
He's like Quentin Tarantino. He's always underrated. But he's got a flair to him that it's like fingerprints. You know what I mean? You're gonna go, wait, this grittiness, it feels like a Tarantino film. Is this Tarantino film? You know, the first time I saw Pulp Fiction, I didn't know that was Tarantino's work. I believe it's Tarantino, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because I'd seen, what was the other movie that he'd done before that? Oh, Dusk Till Dawn. That's Tarantino, right?
Yeah.
I was like, this feels like Dusk Till Dawn. And I had just watched it like maybe a week or two before, and my friend goes, yeah, this is a Tarantino film. He's like, oh. He's like, and yeah, this came out before that. I was like, oh. Oh, it's not a franchise, Bull Run. Quentin Tarantino films are like one films each. It's like a Kurosawa, correct? Format. Isn't that what you would call like Tarantino's format? John?
Hmm?
Wouldn't you call Kurosawa the kind of format that Tarantino has?
Basically, like a modern take on that.
No, but like he touches different genres. He doesn't just stick to one. It's not like a series of like Aliens or something. No, I use it as the Kurosawa example. The Kurosawa.
He can do something with. He can just make something up on the fly, like he did. Dusk Till Dawn was a heist and vampire movie.
Yep.
Like a horror heist movie, basically.
That's something that's not really thought of a lot. I'm like, yeah. No, he should not do a Star Wars film. That's not his territory, Bull Run. Tarantino knows how to make
Robert Rodriguez made us he's the one that did the episode.
No, but I'm referring to Quentin Tarantino is what Bull Run said he should make a Star Wars.
I think he could because he's asked if
it should be a TV show if he does it. It shouldn't be a movie because
Well, no. He said he wanted to work on a pilot. He said he wanted to work on an episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, let him do that. An episode. Be a writer or a director for an episode. What I'm trying to say is that's not. Quentin Tarantino does good in the Mormon format and like the style he has, because he believes in using practical prosthetics. You know what I mean? Practical. What Star Wars and them are, there's a lot of CGI in it. And that would piss a lot of people off.
Yeah, but they gotta get that CGI needs to be used.
I know, but see, the way Quentin Tarantino uses it is mainly as a... He doesn't use it like a crutch. He uses it like Peter Jackson did in the very first 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
Where he used it to touch it up. Like where he had like, I think... You know, he had 10,000 orc scene? There were 1,000 people there that dressed in orc costume, so they took the CGI and made it look like there's 10,000. They use it as a polishing tool, which in my opinion is how CGI should be used correctly. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah.
CGI should not always be used to make, I don't know, let's say there's this big flashy demon on my screen. There's also a reason why the very first Resident Evil films kind of aged well if you take out the liquor scenes. Because they use a lot of practical effects.
But they still wasted Nemesis.
I know, I'm just referring to practical effects in general. And that's what, that Bull Run, that's what,
I want that
when the
hair to fall out in
CGI
clumps.
does not work. Look, Bull Run, the thing what I'm talking about with Jackson is, and please don't get in this argument with me, as I know a lot of the things is, he uses it as a polishing tool. He doesn't go full tilt on it. That wasn't that was Hobbit that he did that in. Because he had no choice because of production hell. And the train comes right after Libra makes a meme about it. Screw you, train.
Kathleen Kennedy's on the verge of getting fired. It's spreading.
Is it trending?
Yeah. Oh, you getting ready for this, aren't you, Keo?
What? See, my character is a strong female character written that's silent and is doing things properly. This big beast is Kathleen Kennedy being slain by me.
Oh man, by the way, John, if you have a chance to check out the train meme video I made, it's pretty funny.
Bull Run, Bull Run, Bull Run, Bull Run. I'm going to say this one time. I am the last person you want to have a cinema argument with, debate with. It will be brutal. I've watched a lot of films. Especially those glorious 80s and 90s films. And I remember when CGI was first introduced. Cough spawn!
That's a guilty pleasure, and you know it.
It is a guilty pleasure, but they ruined what hell could have been if they used prosthetics. For gosh sake.
True. No, I give you that. I give you that.
It looks like a cartoon. I can't take it seriously, damn it. And it shows the areas where they did use practical effects over non. Like, the only good scene that's aged well is the scene where he comes in with his cape from the top of the ballroom.
That's true.
That's the only CGI thing is...
Were there any problems with my work?
John, you might need to have
What?
to purge Bull Run.
Why?
It's bad management, not Kathy.
No, trust me, Kathy is at the center of it because she keeps attacking Jon Favreau's projects.
Bull Run, what have you done? What have you done? This isn't even a podcast. This is supposed to be chilling, not rifting. Oh man. I mean, worried there for a second. I was like, oh god, what am I gonna have to do? Kathy died. Don't say that, Bull Run. We don't need more death in 2020, at least, please.
Hers would be unnecessary, sir.
No, what we'll do, she won't die. She'll be put in Warhammer 40k in the warp. Okay? It's 2020. No more. We lost Alex Trebek and all those people. Her disappearing in the warp zone's not that bad. It's just, you know, she disappeared. You know.
A very painful and public execution will serve as an example to the rest of the galaxy.
Exactly. That what you're basically doing is it's not it's endless agony. I'll make sure to drop her in the section where the Dark Eye are. You know, those Dark Elves ones.
Lord Kiyoma, go capture the woman.
I will. And what you should do the next Satire piece of volume that you need. I need you to drop her in the Warhammer 40k setting. Then grab a picture of like you know, Metal Gear Solid.
And Libra must subject Kathleen Kennedy to digital hell.
You need to ask Libra's permission to use that to make a
Is
big...
Libra there?
Libra? He's been sick a lot today, so if he's not, that's
He's
why.
probably dropping loads.
Well, at least it's not in, what was the place you told us that Sega was telling us?
Africa.
Where you would have to pay how much for the freaking...
You have to, it's a quarter to pee, a fucking 4 quarters to take a shit, and if it's diarrhea, that's $4.
What the fuck? That's over capitalism right there. Then Kathy did the bad management because you look at the people.
But if you give them only $3, you can take a shit, but you can't wipe your ass.
Bull Run? I didn't know you turned into Geeks and Gamers. You might want to look in my chat.
No, I think here's the thing. It falls under her bad management because it's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have their own staff run with them being co-run by George Lucas. So right now they're causing huge conflicts because now they're bringing in more Legends continuity, and Kathleen Kennedy, by the CEO of Disney, is being fired off of projects because he wants Dave Filoni and them to handle Star Wars. So she's doing all this shit and then letting this happen with her because Pablo Hidalgo is one of her employees, and if him doing this little stunt gets her in trouble, she's already being up on the chopping block. But that's already expected to happen, and George Lucas is going to serve as temporary president in 2021, hopefully, as you know, until someone either like if Dave Filoni or if Jon Favreau wants to weigh in.
Oh god! You might have triggered Bull Run. You need to look at my.
No, I know she has to be there though, because she's always. Here's the thing, she wants to leave, but they don't want her to. It's like somehow if she gets out of the contract or gets fired now, before her contract ends,
she's just gonna fuck shit up just because of.
She could just, yeah, she could just keep. I guess you keep getting paid or something.
Or you still have a degree of influence and it could fuck a lot of shit up. And to be petty.
So,
and women are petty. I don't give a shit.
She's mad that Luke Skywalker is getting praise.
And her version didn't.
But here's the thing. I can understand that version because I know something traumatic would have had to have happened to him. Okay, that caused him to be like that. People are not understanding that we are seeing the Luke we know for right now. but something has to happen to him that starts to deviate him.
Yep. How many
And
times have
then
we...
only
haven't-
that he decides to, here's the thing, that he tries to inspire people with his sacrifice, showing that Luke,
Thread and Converter.
yeah, is
Sorry,
here.
keep going. I was that was me talking to myself. Remember
Yeah.
what items to grab.
Even though he wasn't really there, force projection is something very powerful and can kill you. So he had to use it wisely.
Yeah, that's actually a very hard technique.
Those in the ancient days could do it, since that was a much purer time, a more pure time in the force. They could do it in multiples of themselves, equally as tough as the same, but it can't be attacked.
Libra, you're breathing really heavy in the mic.
Oh, I am? Oh.
I think he has diabetes. It's scaring me.
Everything scares you, John. But
Except
think of the people who
diabetes.
create television. I watched the Mando Gallery.
Tencent bought Warframe.
Mando Gallery says she's there too. She's there even if you watch the Mando Gallery, she's there too.
No,
There's
but she
control
has to
things
be
I'm
there.
not saying Kathy's not evil, but I think she's not really the only one. I think someone's out there sabotaging what Disney's trying to do, like what people are doing with what?
I just think it's there's a bunch of woke writers that was brought in by Kathleen, and their ideas are being turned down by the CEO himself because they were gonna go down doing more stuff similar to Birds of Prey and things of that nature. Those writers.
No.
Whoa!
So they changed it quick and brought Jon Favreau in them. Let them do the Mandalorian, and then if the Mandalorian succeeded, that was the bet. They had like an agreement that if Mandalorian was a
I
success,
gotta go do my Last of Us
those
videos.
two would take
I'll
over.
talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Those two would take over doing Star Wars with the help of George.
And yes, to the degree, Bull Run, I can see the argument you're trying to make. There's always corporate politicking involved. That's true, but sometimes...
But why is she getting mad at the success now? Now that Star Wars is getting people back, she's mad.
But I was gonna add another ultimatum to Bull Run's problem. You also have to realize that there are backdoor politicking bad in the movie industry. I could think of a lot of things that were ruined because of backdoor politicking. And most of the time you don't hear about it unless someone's whistle blows. Like, we probably wouldn't know half the stuff that's been the problem like crazy of this entire thing if it wasn't for some of the politicking being made thrown public and some of the actors being asses. WW84, they are turning it into saying that Captain Marvel is wait, to announce their hate. John, I need your help with Bull Run's argument. someone's made another weird argument, which is WW84. They are tuning it or turning
Wonder
it
Woman.
on, saying that oh, Wonder Woman 84. Okay, I understand that Captain Marvel is better, saying they trounce their hate. So that's DC. Why are you bringing DC into this? Now you're grasping at straws. Alright, I can be just a straight up ass, but
Kathleen K is a whammon.
so man, it's so hard to say. I don't know how you would say it, but to get through some people's heads, like, it's not just that. There's like a lot of backdoor behind the scenes stuff that we're not aware of, but that we only be made aware of much later. And I always hate bringing that up. Which is always kind of funny in a degree too. Well, you're just a sexist. No, I'm not.
That's heresy. They would not survive in the Warhammer 40k universe.
Women like Kathleen Kennedy would be servitude.
For a masculine machine.
Yeah.
Have you looked up how they bred?
What?
Like, how are people born in this world?
Yes, I know that. Really?
What?
I was giving that talk at a very young age in a very graphic detail. Yes, she made the wrong decisions, but I think someone from George Lucas' team is the one who's doing this, and they have a YouTube channel called Midnight Edge.
Midnight Edge has been called bullshitting. Or not being honest. The same with Mike Zero.
Are we dealing with like a perfection case? Back when perfection was being an ass? What faction are you in? The woke culters got Bull Run.
No, he can be saved.
I don't know. I don't know.
We must use Sith sorcery.
I don't know. Bull Run, did you watch a lot of woke movies recently?
We will perform Sith alchemy. Shit, hostiles inbound. Gil, there's a bunch of motherfuckers coming.
No, nothing. Hold on. What's that?
My warhammers, my inquisitor.
Oh wow, that thing's big.
What?
What? Just one attack?
Wait, what's going on here? That aura isn't normal at all.
What's big?
Oh, the 7th faction. I don't like things. Kathy's decision and how she's does things.
Seen anything like this before. We have to take this chance.
I just killed every damn thing.
What's the neutral faction that we fall under and Star Wars Theory falls under?
We will get there. You and me. Everyone.
He's doing a podcast with Geeks and Gamers at this moment.
Who? Star Wars Theory?
Yeah, and somebody from Collider.
I have a feeling he's doing that to just like probably stir the kettle or just get back at them in a way, you know what I mean? If there's one thing Star Wars Theory's good at, it's subtle subterfuge. Admit it.
Lost
And
your
I-
mind.
Huh?
Have you lost your mind, Keo?
I'm not gonna say I lost my mind, I just happen to have a feeling that he's doing this to probably get them all eyes on Geeks and Gamers, and then they're gonna look at Geeks and Gamers back catalog and go, "You hypocrite!"
What a bastard, right?
Exactly. It's like the perfect. It's like the perfect way to expose
crime.
someone without flat out exposing them. Just think about it. The YouTube
Perfect harm.
yeah, they're gonna Ocean's 11 his butt. Is it Ocean's 11? Or is it Ocean's... Which Ocean movie? What's the movie called? Ocean's 12 or something?
Ocean's 11. There's a bunch of ocean movies.
Well, the first one. They're gonna ocean him. Practically.
It's just, isn't it just called Ocean's 11?
Oh, dang. There was like Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. But, yeah, they're gonna...
There was a feminist one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, they're gonna do that to him, or he's gonna do that to them, because just think about it. This is something I would probably do with my own strategic brain. If I'm getting tons of flack, okay, let's just say you, for example, were hypocritical. You were Geeks and Gamers, for example, on Star Wars Theory, and Geeks and Gamers has a big fan base, okay. People have already found out how mine is and what all I do, how I made a free-for-profit movie and all this other stuff, and people aren't aware of the hypocrisy of Geeks and Gamers to them. So I'm going to go on a big podcast with you, and then people are going to go, "Hey, Star Wars Theory's on there," because they'll type in Star Wars Theory and search for him. Guarantee you that's how it'll work. And then they're going to see Geeks and Gamers. I've never heard of this guy. I think I've heard of him through some of these other people. Then they're gonna look at his stuff that he's famous for with Kathleen Kennedy and go, "Oh, hell no."
He's a bitch.
Exactly. It's the perfect trap.
He's a bitch.
I do not like Star Wars Theory, but I think Geeks and Gamers are worse. No, the reason Star Wars Theory kind of gets flack is he's a fence sitter. He's very neutral. He also does not like The Last Jedi, but can admit it's very flawed. You know what I mean? He's not like, "It's Kathleen Kennedy's fault." He's like, "No, there's lore to this." And let's not even...
That's what he does. He explains the lore, especially.
He also made a 2-hour film of voice acting the Vader comic. Do you know how much effort that takes? Getting every Vader comics on slideshow thing that he had, and voicing it. I'm sorry, Star Wars Theory does a lot, and I think he deserves the fame he gets.
Yeah, you're playing the Blair Witch.
Dude, I'm playing Devil's Advocate, which is well, I've been told I should be a lawyer, if you considering how I'm bringing up these counterpoints.
You Warhammer freak.
What, would you want me as your defense attorney?
Objection.
In a tribalism system, do you think I make a good defense attorney then?
Oi, 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 oi.
We're going, wait, this goes against the Tribunal Law 47 that we set back up into place. We no longer have the Constitution, but we'd follow things this way. Why are you breaking this? Well, that's because he likes to be funny, Bull Run. He says, I understand, but sometimes thinks he does is really ridiculous. Okay. John played Broforce.
Oh God, no.
Is that ridiculous? Then he played a sabotage game of Monopoly. Does that not count as ridiculous?
The fucking stream crashed during the first Monopoly game.
I'm just saying, Bull Run just said the thing Star Wars Theory does is ridiculous sometimes. That's why I was like, wait, I'm gonna bring a counter argument. I used you as an example. You don't play a game like Broforce or Monopoly. You did that to be funny and ridiculous, correct?
Oh yeah.
And also to trounce Gabe and put him in his damn place that you couldn't play Budokai. So, please, 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 Bullrun, you're gonna need to come up with better arguments. You are talking to a good debater here. I debated The Last of Us 2 fanboy on this stream.
You may provide the facts, but I'm a master debater. Get it, Kyo?
What?
Master debater.
I get it. But I'm not saying Geeks is better. He's not. I think he's worse. Yeah, Geeks is horrible. He's a cancer. Like the tomb cancer. Like the toxic. Not the tumor. The toxic. Sorry, I mistaked it for the tumor because I had to use the tumor analogy earlier today. No, nothing to be sorry about, Bull Run. We're having a very civil debate. I'm not mad. If I was mad, you would know. Bull Run, I respect your opinion. You bring up very good counter arguments. Actually, this is what's called a civil debate. Would you not agree, John?
Oh yes.
None of us are yelling at each other. None of us are saying each other's wrong. You bring up good points just as well with the, you know, being behind the scenes of Kathleen Kennedy. How it's probably not completely her fault, even though it is. You know, she's not a writer. You brought up the writer, woke writers, correct? That was him, right? So yeah, to a degree, you have good points on every counter argument. So no, and not to mention you've been very civil during this whole thing.
Tabata.
Okay, Tabata did not deserve that. Tabata pretty much got me too the Japan way. By Nomura. I've said several times if I had controlled Nomura, I would sit him in the corner of a box of crayons. You'd be like, look, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna draw, and that's all you're gonna do. I do like lore videos, but I wish he did more canon lore videos. Yeah, that's true, but there are a lot of people out there that don't know the auxiliary lore. I mean, how many people don't know of Morgoth and Lord of the Rings?
And since the auxiliary works is being brought into canon slowly, they want to slowly introduce it to people.
So someone like Star Wars Theory...
yeah. But
Bull Run, you do bring up a good point. You know what I mean? He does cover a lot of the auxiliary lore. You know what I mean? And not a lot of the canon stuff, but the thing is, like I said, you kind of... It's like, how many of us know, besides you, of the Lord of the Rings stuff? You know what I mean? Who knows what the Valdar are, and how Sauron wasn't all...
Monster Hunter. Yeah.
The reaction to Disney's plans for Rey was ridiculous. Well, that is true. I'm not going to come up with an argument. That was ridiculous, but I think that was his fanboyism talking. Because let's admit it, we all fall in as fanboys every now and then. Correct?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you fanboyed the crap out when you found about the Resident Evil thing. Correctly?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
When you saw that script, that draft, you freaked out like a fanboy. I freaked out over some Square Enix stuff when they were announced. I have no shame in admitting that, and I think that's what Star Wars Theory's reaction, his plans were. He was fanboying. We all do it. You do it. Everyone does it. In my opinion, I don't think there's nothing wrong with fanboy reacting. It's when you take the argument and become Last of Us 2 fanboys that you cross a line, correct?
Yeah.
Route to Fenrir HQ established. The underground factory should be intact. The mission is a success.
We really made it.
I finally have enough shit to craft armor.
Took you long enough.
I like why people like I understand why people like this game now.
Finally over.
Okay. Now,
And like John Boya's commercial, Bombay Goya,
Congratulations, ma'am. It looks like we'll all be busy.
conversation was ridiculous. John Boya, who's that?
thank you. for
John Boyega, the actor that plays Finn.
Wonderful job here, everyone.
Oh.
We've done it. We finally opened the road to Fenrir HQ. Let's have you all come back home for now.
Right. Hilda, just give us a few minutes to rest first. We're all completely worn out after taking this one down.
Ew. That train.
Ash origami.
Not gonna happen.
Keo, where's the train?
Delete them all first.
There's no train currently coming right now.
We're getting congratulatory messages from all the caravans. There are so many of them.
They underestimated us, but they finally realized we're not just some pack of idiots.
Yeah, you're right. We finally won back our freedom.
Cast it on.
This is where it
Okay,
begins.
I'll make cast it on
Dawn of
arms.
our new day. Do you think that everybody else will be happy for us too?
Oh, yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Libra October's channel, or mine, or Emperor's channel, if you enjoy the content. Whoever watches this later.
I guess we'll all be parting ways soon, won't we? Are you heading back? Yes, my next mission still awaits. But I'll still come to visit sometimes. Yeah, we'll be waiting for you.
I need a waist belt now. It'll be made of bone.
Good. Then Phoebe's happy too. I'm happy. So let's hug.
Is this like the base ending? Because there's always two endings to these shows,
They're waiting for us.
or these games. You get like the base ending, and then you go straight to the post ending. I don't know
Yeah.
what's up with some of these games when they do that crap. It actually irritates me to a small degree.
And so, the Fenrir HQ Reclamation Initiative ended in success. That night, they all celebrated the victory they had won for themselves. The festivities went on until the bright morning dawned. Gleipnir turned Fenrir HQ into a new base, and loudly proclaimed the rebirth of humanity. Hilda Enriquez laid claim to the vast reward her efforts had earned, and set off homeward to her port. The Caravan Ages used their own share of the rewards as capital to start down a new path for themselves. Spirits were high. It was the first time they had both the right and the means to live their lives as they pleased. And so, a month passed by.
Oh wow, I got a lot of gold prints.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna save. I think Guru will make Kylo jealous how much Guru has more powers than Kylo. We don't know how much power Guru has. And one more thing, Kylo was not exactly written very well. Which is kind of a sad thing to say, but the truth.
Mm-hmm. He could have been.
He could have been written a lot better. You know, I've looked at The Last Jedi from just bits and pieces, and it looked like they were trying to write Anakin Skywalker 2.0, like the fixes. With him removing the mask and all that stuff, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it just didn't turn out too well. Gal was already done for what I mean. Yeah, and I get what you mean. Bull Run. I'm just stating from my own personal opinion of, like, you know, how you write things as a writer. I mean, John, even with your things of writing, even you can see there's a lot of flaws.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of sad in a way when you really think about it. You're like, oh, what could have been, but never will be because of interfering. But here's another thing. You know all those scripts we see of, Yeah, I know. I was going to explain this to the bull in this. Did you know that all those scripts that you've been seeing basically floating around of the Last Jedi, those are ideas?
Yep.
They're not the official script. Those were when a person makes a movie, say like me if I was writing it to help you, I would be making at least about 8 drafts before the finished product. And that's basically what those are, like the 8 different manuscripts of those. Hey Jordan Dog, glad you were watching. Subscribe if you like the content. But yeah. Yes, I've heard of that comic book. And thank you for if you have. But what I'm just saying, Bull Run, is that with all these other, you know, what the script could have been, fans being like, I wish it was this. I'm like, those were drafts. You know, it's sad when you write. If you would know, John, being a writer, semi-writer yourself, it's kind of sad when people kind of don't get the, that's not exactly how it all falls out in the back rooms.
No.
That's the thing, Bull Run. All those were straight ideas, and how you write the script is from all the ones that those people have made that you've seen, and you basically cherry pick, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that, and then you use all these drafts to create one script. Unless you're like the guy who did freaking Star Trek and demanded time travel thrown in his movie every freaking time when they were given free reign. Like with the Borg movie. I will never forgive you. I can't think of your name off the bat. You screwed with my Borg movie. I could have had a great Borg movie if you hadn't gone there and said I need time travel.
Oh.
What was the flaws for Kylo? Sheesh.
Kilo Weelo.
Daddy issues and mommy issues and all them other stuff that fall under bad writing tropes and could have been pulled off a lot better. The semi-mishandling of Luke to a degree. I mean, don't get me wrong. Something happened. The cutting off the Force is a great idea, okay? Because it had never really been truly implemented in the films. It was something that was introduced in the Sith Lords, as I've said many times. Or mentioned. Bull Run, when you say that's not really bad writing, have you took a writing class before? Or written, like, a small novel? What I mean is they did a bad job of the hero's journey, of the construction of what his character would have been up till then. Correct, John? Dude, I ain't dying alone on this hill.
I'm dying right now. I don't know why I'm dying right now, I'm just dying.
Well, I'm about to sign off well, not sign off from you, sign off from YouTube for the night. Bull Run, next time I probably stream on the podcast, it'll probably be Lord of the Rings. So bring your Lord of the Rings big manuscripto book with us so you can nail in our head all our wrongs with Morgoth in them. Please?
SOS. I gave him the key, yo. SOS. I want him to jump around.
No, I'm just saying, Bull Run's gonna have a field day in the Lord of the Rings podcast.
So how do you feel about the
Jinga? Jinga will always remain Jinga. And also, humans are mortal. We're not immortal. We live and also go 6 feet under. Face that fact of fear. Otherwise, Keo will have to come out in the black coat and the beanie and all that other stuff. Well, then I'm saying, yes, Bull Run. Chinga, 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 chinga. Well, I'll go. Before I just drag on. I'll see you all later. Thanks for tuning in and enjoying the content. See ya.